Hello everybody, I'm in the Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we worked on setting up further refinement processes as part of the refinery here. Particularly setting up various gas refining to begin making butane, ethane, and methane gases. As well as a couple of other byproducts, toluene and carbon monoxide. And we also are cracking naphtha to make synthesis gas. So that is working pretty well. And again, this is all just partial construction at the moment. We will be increasing output as needed. Now, the slight issue is that everything's kind of seized up at the moment because our base mineral oil, fuel oil, well, the fuel oil specifically is backed up. Which means our naphtha is being drained and not being refilled. The base mineral oil is being used to make lubricant, along with synthesis gas. But, you know, we're running out of synthesis gas because we're no longer producing residuals to turn into, not synthesis gas, residual gas. So, we kind of do need to keep this thing rolling. At least, eventually we will. So what we're probably going to have to do at some point is create a system where overflow from these tanks is diverted to flare stacks to burn off. And speaking of flare stacks, I added one to the gas condensates tank because I couldn't really find anything to do with the gas condensates. So, I mean, we can use them for different recipes of refining to produce slightly different ratios of products and different byproducts as part of those refining processes, but nothing that is really absolutely necessary at the moment. I mean, it may become necessary at some point, and we can always divert this into another refining procedure down here, but for now it's not needed, so we're just going to burn it off. What we do need to do is set up the loading area for this. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and set up this flare system now. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and do that now. The more I kind of think about it, is because it's not going to run infinitely, right? Because even if we do all of this, eventually the synthesis gas is going to back up. Or will it run infinitely if I try to burn these off? I think it will. I mean, it's going to need to run infinitely at some point, and we are going to be burning stuff off. But I don't necessarily want to do that now, because it's going to be kind of needless at this point. Yeah. We're just going to build up initial storage of things, and then once we actually are starting to pull demand on this facility, and we start ramping up its production, then we're going to have to start burning stuff off as excess just because. And, just to keep everything rolling. And hopefully I can find another multi-phase oil deposit at some point. We are going to need to mess with Angel's biochem at some point. Doing like farms and other sorts of things like that at some point here, but just stupid tree. We'll get to that eventually. I know I keep saying that. But for now, we need to set up a train to begin to set up the loading area for where we're going to pick all this stuff up. And what I discussed at the end of last episode is that I don't necessarily want to come through here. It's going to be way too much traffic. And because we're going to be bringing, hopefully, a lot of trains to deliver here. So I don't want trains queuing up to pick things up, causing all kinds of traffic issues. So we're going to have a completely separate pickup area. So we're going to wrap a line around here. Then we're going to build another bypass line there. So that's kind of the plan at the moment. So let's go ahead and convert this T-junction into a four-way. Okay, so we're going to have to remove two signals here. That guy and that guy. Temporarily. And then bring in the rest of this. See, the thing is that now a lot of this is queued up for other construction bots. I'm going to go ahead and manually drop in those signals. Just to keep the existing T-junction working correctly. Alright, now, where... Oh... Yeah, it's in construction, but not logistics. Okay, so we're going to have to start dropping in some roboports as well. No big deal. Alright, you're going to have to kind of go there. Can I not ghost that in? There you go. I wouldn't use that one. It has no power. There we go. Let's go ahead and make some more of these. Oh, it's going to bring it from somewhere else. No, we're just going to drop it down manually ourselves. And will that fit? That's going to be the question. And yes, it will fit. And we're going to need more of those. I'll build what I can. Alright. What is limiting us here? Now, I have plenty of rubber. I have plenty of titanium plate. I have plenty of brass. I have plenty of copper. I have plenty of steel. Alright, let me just... Oh! Tin plate. Okay. Okay. That's where the bottleneck is there. Alright. Get me some tin plate. When you can. It's going to be hard for it to come through here. So we're going to have to drop in some more roboports. Alright, there's one. I think I probably misplaced one of these ever so slightly. Alright, that got it power. I'll probably have a robot bring it, but I'm just going to drop it in myself. There we go. Yeah, we're not quite lining up there. That's unfortunate. But oh well, it's what it is. Okay, so let's continue this construction. Oh, we've got a little bit of a pond in the way. Okay, I want to make sure that this lines up exactly where we need it. There, okay. Let's actually put ourselves a little bit closer. Alright, we're going to have to use the lower end version of these large electric poles, because that's what we've got. Okay. Did I ever put landfill in a logistics container? I don't think... Oh, I actually did. Well, how about that? Can I request some landfill, please? Bring me a bunch of it. All right. Is this where we're going to want to do our turn? I think this is where we're going to want to do our turn. Okay, so, wrong one. We need an L section. We're going to put in what we can of it. And then continue on with the I sections. Straight pieces. Yeah, they're bringing me a lot of wood there. All right, we want to do that. Oh, are we still in construction zone? We are mostly in the construction area. We are going to need to actually drop in some more roboports. Alright, hold on. We're just stuck. Okay. Alright. Hold on. It's gonna have to go in there. And we're just gonna have to cut our way out of here. Fortunately, I am using those titanium axes, so we can just cut through there a lot faster and easier than we could before. Alright, drop that in there. There's no power. I'm still waiting for that tin plate. But then again, I keep walking out of the logistics area. So every time they pick it up and try to bring it to me, I then walk out of the area and then they'll go take it back. So, that doesn't really help, does it? There you go. We have power. And we are going to need to extend this zone ever so slightly here. Oh, of course you do the autosave as soon as I try to place it. Okay. There. And there. There you go. That connects up the power. And extends our construction area a little bit further. Oh, that isn't exactly what I wanted to do there. Okay, there we go. We still have all these defenses. Oh, I stepped out of the logistics area. There. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and tell them to trash all that stuff. Alright, what I'm wanting to do here is put in another port. Oh, there's supposed to be a port here, but it has no power. Well, that would be the problem, wouldn't it? There we are. I must have queued it in, but never got around to giving it any juice. Alright. Alright, and let's put in one more. How many more roboports do I actually have? I think I only have these two. These are my last two. Alright. I'll have to go grab another supply at some point. Alright, put myself a little bit closer to where this thing's going to be so that it comes out of my stock. There it goes. And then... I'm guessing I'll need a little bit more tin plate than that. It's an interesting direction to be bringing me tin plate. I'm not arguing, but I just find it interesting. We still have lots of surplus power. Good. Very, very good. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish up this path here. Did I ever get brought any, Oh, they are bringing it now. Okay, good. Oh, that guy is going to be right in the way, isn't it? Okay. And then so is this guy. So let's shift that one over there. And that may mean that that may end up being in the way. We might have to move it. Yep, it's going to be directly in the way. Okay. Let's remove that then. Alright, and I'm going to have to remove you, and I'm going to put in the bend. That's where we need it. And there we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to need... Alright, so this is going out. This is coming in. We're going to need parking for the incoming trains. Right? Yes. So we're going to need parking here. And I need to make sure that I put this in the right direction. Because we want to make sure that the... Oh, it's so hard to see in the middle of the night. Alright, so the chain signals are... There we go. Just like that. Okay, so that's overlapping. Let's put in that parking there. And you know what? Let's just remove... Remove all these trees. Alright. So that's a... Alright, where are you guys going? Oh, you're waiting for trees to get removed. Because it queued up the laying of the tracks from my bots, but not the removing of the trees from my bots. Because of course it wouldn't. So we just have to kind of wait here, because we're right now supplying power to those bots. And we gotta wait for these trees to get removed. Alright, the construction bots have finally shown up. Alright then, well, what I'll probably just do here, for the time being, is just pause it until my bots are done doing what they've been assigned to do. So, yeah, I'll just pause it here and I'll be back in a second. Alright, well, it was taking too long, so I went ahead and just moved out of the area and took my roboports off, so I'm just going to let the standard construction bots take care of this. And this is actually going to take them a while, because I'm getting all these trees removed. And if any of this is still left unconstructed after all these trees are removed, then I'll just go ahead and manually build it. No problem. Alright, now I do want to see, because we are actually, poking out of this tree bank. Will a double-length loading bay fit here? I'm actually going to add a little bit of additional track there. Alright, so double-length loading bays, which we had in one of these books. I think it may have been you. Yeah. Yes. Okay, and that's going to bang into that up there. In actuality, I'd like to have that parking area be a little bit larger. See, that's the single length loading bay. But I think we're going to have to go with that. Because if I wanted to go with the double length, let's see. I would need to get... We'd need to drop it. Let's see, that's a double length. It would need to fit there. So, let's say... It's going to be really hard to kind of mark this. Let's see. 1, 2, there. Okay. So it's going to be 1, 2. There. Can I do that? I, in fact, can do that. Okay. So double-length bays provide just that much more parking space. And we're going to want enough room in there to load directly out of tanks, as we did before. Oh, something is not right here. Alright, let me just see if this is going to work now. Yes. Okay, now let's go ahead and take them off. And let our batteries recharge again. Alright, so... Okay, yeah, this is just... It's not going to let me build it until this is all cleared out. No problem. There we are. Alright, let's go ahead and bring this up here. Get rid of this. Of course we're going to hit a stinking power line. Okay. There we are. And now I just need to put that power line back in. And of course it's too far, but I'll just go ahead and remove the wall. No problem. Okay, so there we go. Alright, now I just got to figure out how many bays am I going to need and how wide are they going to need to be. Well, they're going to need to be wide enough to accommodate one of these plus a pump. A pump is 2 spaces, right? Yeah, 2 blocks. Okay, and this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. So it needs to be 7 grid spaces wide, minimum. Okay, so actually the easiest way to probably do this is just go ahead and make a couple of these, because we're going to be making a couple of them anyway. Let's go ahead and just fill in the rest of this track so that it's there. And then let's go ahead and say we want to put a pump, and then we want to put a tank on that pump. So then how large is this going to need to be? It looks like 1 space. You know what, let's go ahead and give it 2. And let's just see how many of these we can actually fit in before we hit that RoboPort. There we go. Because we're gonna need naphtha, fuel oil, base mineral oil. We're gonna need potentially acid gas. We're gonna need methane, benzene, and butane. Right? Methane, ethane, and butane. Methane, ethane, and butane. We're also going to want synthesis gas. We're going to want carbon monoxide. We're going to want sulfuric wastewater. And we're going to want lubricant. So that's what? Synthesis gas, carbon monoxide. I don't think we're going to need residual gas. So we need 4 more bays. Alright, can I actually get around this guy? Let's see. Yes, I can. But I'm going to hit that particular power line. Okay. Let's go ahead and remove that guy and see if we can't embed it into the wall, same as we did before. Alright, so then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can even do a 5th one if we need to. Just enough. You know what? In fact, let's just go ahead and put it in. We have the resources. We have the bots. It's just a matter of those bots having time to get the stuff built. Alright, so go ahead and let that build in, and then one other thing we're going to have to do is start figuring out how large we're actually going to want this refinery to be. You know, how many of these things, how many of these things, how many of each of these do we want to go with to start with. So that's going to have to be something I'm going to have to figure out, hopefully between episodes. but we'll see. All right, we're going to go ahead. We're going to end it here. We're just going to be waiting for this to all get built. We're going to have to connect it in, set up all the stops, all the tanks and everything. And then we'll go ahead and see what it is we're going to do next. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.